welcome back. I'm so glad you're here today, specifically because we're going to be talking about a brand today that I just don't think is as popular as it should be for the quality of the product. And we are talking about the nail polish brand LeChat. I know I butchered it in my last video about this brand, but that is how you pronounce it. And we're going to be looking at the City Collection. So my last video that I did was the Rustic Retreat Collection, and I'll put that right here for you. And that was my first experience with this brand, and I absolutely fell in love. I had no idea what I was getting into. I hadn't seen a single review about it. I just really hadn't seen anything. And so when I saw that Trans Design was carrying the City Collection, I knew I wanted it, but I was going to wait for the full-size bottles of polish to come out because they only have the minis. And they never came out. So I waited and waited and waited and finally just said, I'll just get the minis. And I know I'm going to love them so much, so maybe I'll just end up getting a second one later. That was kind of my way of thinking, because here's the dealio, guys. This is the collection here. And this was $7. Okay? $7 for all of these mini polishes. Now you may think, well, that's not great. Those are minis. Okay. This little bottle of polish here holds 7.4 milliliters of polish. Guess how much is in a Julep bottle of polish? 8. Okay? So I'm not going to hate on Julep. They have some nice polishes. But seriously, guys, if you are budget conscious, this is a tiny bit more polish than this. And I got all 6 of these for $7. That's barely $1 a bottle of polish. Compared to if you go to Julep's website and you see how much this bottle of polish costs if you don't get it in the Maven service, it's just crazy. There's no reason for us to be paying this much for our bottles of nail polish. Same quality, in my opinion, same quality. This brand and this brand, okay? So I really don't think that there's something special you're getting with that brand compared to this one. Now, there are cheap brands that are not as nice as like Julep. For example, this is not a hate on Julep video, but I just pulled it out because it's the same size. So there are like poo-poo brands of nail polish that are not as good, but specifically LeChat, it's a great brand of nail polish. I've never had a problem with formula, and for the price tag, you guys, I just think that these are great. Even if you just want to pick up these minis, I totally suggest it to you. So now that I've given you my whole spiel, let's go ahead and get started. I hope that you're in for some treats because I absolutely love this collection just as I love the last one. And I think that there's like 4 more mini sets on the website, and I think I'm just gonna go pick them up because for $7, and if they're as good as this one, I might not pick up the glitters because I don't love glitters that much, but seriously, you guys, I'm gonna check out those other ones because I just think they're great. So let's get started. Let me tell you first before I forget, this is Maybelline Touch of Spice on my lips. It's a matte and I really enjoy it. That's what it looks like there. So let's get started. The polish that I have on my nails, it's this light, I wouldn't call it like a peppermint or a cucumber. It's kind of like a grayed out grassy green, and it is called South Beach, and that is the color there. I'm going to show you live application, of course, so you can see. The other thing that I really like about these minis from LeChat is the brushes are not ridiculously small. So I can still get good coverage on my nails with these mini bottles. I'm like in love with these mini bottles. As much as I wanted a large bottle of these, I really like the minis. So I'm going to show you 2 coats of this. You definitely do need 2 with this green, but it's literally like 2 coat perfection. So let's take a look. The next one I'm going to show you, obviously I'm gonna love it. It's a gray polish. Seriously, you guys, I don't know why I love gray polish so much. I mean, throw me a shout out in the comments below if you love gray polish like I do. This one is just cool toned deliciousness. It's called Fog City. And it's just, oh, it's so gorgeous. 2 coats and you're done. So pretty, just a really nice medium, like a pelican gray. I just love it so much. So the next one that we're going to look at departs a little bit because it is this warm color, and it's called the Big Apple, and it's kind of like this rusty red. I love this one so much because it really departs from like your typical red, where it just throws in that little bit of like, it kind of just jolts you a little bit. It's so different. I love it so much, and you know I'm not a red lover. And seriously guys, it may sound like I'm gushing about these polishes. I am not being sponsored by this brand. I wish, because they're wonderful, but no, I'm not. Yeah, this is fabulous. Alright, so the next one we have is called the Loner Star, and look at this deep, moody blue. It's kind of like a blue-green, but definitely more blue. Maybe I would call this like a cornflower with just a tiny bit of green in it. It's deep, it's perfection. It just makes me want to curl up on the couch and sip some hot cocoa and read a good book. Oh, I just love this color so much, and no staining issues whatsoever. 2 fabulous coats and you're good to go. All right, the second to last polish I have to show you today is called Windy City, and it is this gorgeous deep turquoise. There is a similar color that I reviewed to this in the Sally Hansen video that I did the other day. They are very similar. Okay, but this one, Windy City, is a little bit deeper and actually a little bit more green. It applies so nicely. Yeah, I mean, what can you say, you guys? If you love green polishes, I think you're really gonna like this one. And these are all just creamy for perfection. I think that this brand, they know how to make a good cream, and they're just staying the course, because all of them, not a single issue with one of them, and you know how I love a good cream. Polish, that is. Alright, last but certainly not least, they gave us a purple. Be Still My Heart. This collection just had so much goodness in it. This is also kind of similar to the purple in the Sally Hansen collection that I recently reviewed, but as you can see, it's again deeper. It's just, yeah, it's just a nice deep kind of medium to, it's like a more of like going towards violet purple, and it is called City of Angels. And I mean, perfect name, City of Angels. So gorgeous. 2 smooth coats, perfection. Love it. Okay guys, so that was the whole collection. Those were all 6 polishes. Let me know what you think. I mean, I know I said it before, but honestly, for the price on these polishes, I just think this is a really great deal, and it's not one of those kind of things where you're like, whoa, this is severely underpriced. It's just because they're minis, so they are priced rather cheaply, but in comparison to some higher end polishes that you get about the same amount of product for, I just think this is a great deal. I hope that you check this brand out. Like I said, I'm not being sponsored. I'm just giving you my honest opinion about a brand that I think deserves a little bit more love because they really give us a great product. So anyway, let me know in the comments below if you saw anything that you liked. And I have a little girl here trying to put on my lipstick, so I better go supervise that. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Bye!